All right, here we go. Here we go. We got the. I'm gonna even stop looking at the screen. But I guess, yeah, because this is distracting me. It's distracting me. I have to put the screen away. I have a view so I can see. But if I look, I notice some people have videos when they're looking like above and they're not making eye contact. And I did it a lot in all my videos, and I watch them and I try to like critique my videos. So when I do that, I've made tons of mistakes with my videos being too low. Like I've had comments telling people telling me we can't hear you. There's probably, if you go back, I'm not going to tell you which video it is, but there's some videos where there's extremely low, and I'm so happy that I experienced that because it made me buy a recorder, and I found out that I could do so much stuff with this recorder. It's an H4n Pro, and I want to make like recordings of nature and sounds. So I can't wait to do that. Really can't wait to do that. I went to Guitar Center today. I talked to this guy. He was a salesman in the audio department, and I told him what I was working with, what I wanted to do. He directed me. I didn't spend too much, and I heard that Guitar Center even price matches Amazon. So that's something to look out for. And one thing about Amazon, I did notice, like my last video that I was talking about, Spag Peat Moss, the Orchid Moss that I bought for $14.88. Uh, I'm very sorry. I publicized that. I'm gonna take off my link. Don't buy it for $14.88. Well, if you can find it close to you, buy it for $14.88. But I went to my local garden center, Bob's Garden Center, and they had it for, I think it was like less. It was like $8. So I don't know why I didn't price match that, but um, one of those things that I just corrected me on. And whole thing about it is this whole thing is still related to plants. You know what I'm saying? It's plants because plants grow. I'm growing. You're growing. We're all growing. The world is growing right now. So I think what I'm talking about is related. So yeah, H4n Pro is awesome. The audio is awesome. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? Loud and clear. No problems with that. I won't ever have issues with that. And then my eye contact, um, trying to fix that and make it more energized because I felt like my energy wasn't there. So I'm trying to pump it up. I'm trying to just evolve and elevate because I'm inspired by tons of other YouTubers. I've always said that Not Dude was like his watching his stuff, just always his TikToks and his channel, like his camera is just like that inspires me so much. So shout out to you, Not Dude, for inspiring me to always just to bring it up because I think it's fun. I really think it's fun. It's actually hold on. It's 1:28 in the morning. It's a Sunday morning. It's January 31st. And my daughter's asleep. That's a good thing. My son is on his way to sleep. So I'm actually getting a quiet atmosphere, which also, well, I think I just heard him. Because I don't want to yell at him. I think he's still playing Fortnite. But we won't talk about that. We'll get on to this subject. A lot of other a whole bunch of stuff out there. Like people, just every, it's just, it's like I was asked. One of those things about YouTube is like we get to create stuff, and then when you're talking about something that you like to talk about, I was just watching. Like I'm a big fan of the DIY King, Joey. Like he also inspires me too, because I have a fish tank. I've always had fish tanks. I want to build one. I want to do an acrylic build, but I have mental barriers. I'm just going to use that excuse. I just have mental barriers. I'm not even going to say anything else. But he inspires me to create. Um, and I like to do it. I like to film. And I like to talk about, I like plants. Plants, plants have done so much to me, for me, as far as I can't even tell you how much plants changed my life, to be honest with you. Plants changed my life. But I want to talk about like my recent shipment from Green Spaces ID. Now, this I just received a shipment a few days ago, and it was a shipment from Green Spaces ID. What I just said, the plants that I first originally got died. They came to me damaged. I'll try to put a picture, but I had a video of me unboxing the box, the first shipment, and I contacted Green Spaces. They said, pay six. I think I paid like $69 or something, and they said they'd send me the plants back. I had to wait because COVID was a problem, and I was just contacting them every month, just to let them know, just to see what's going on, just to get a monthly update. Um, but I bought a bunch of plants. Me and a partner doubled up and combined some shipments just to make it easy for us. Now, I also know that a lot of people don't like the idea of buying expensive plants. Um, I get it. I get what you're saying, but uh, it's just hard not to like. It's just like one of those things where you just gotta have it. And teach his own. Teach everybody should have their own opinion. That's the good thing about America. Nobody's just like has everybody has freedom of speech, but um, those plants I had to get, so I was able to do it. So I did it. I'm trying to stop doing it, but the whole fact of me even liking plants, it's fun to me. So I hate to say I'm contributing to the problem of people um, exaggerating prices of plants, but it's super fun for me. I love it. This unboxing, this last shipment that I got, even though it was horrible, I just want to say it was horrible. It wasn't horrible. I did get some live plants. I'm not going to lie, but right now it's the third day. I want to say it's the third or fourth day of when I got them, and they're all on rehab. Like all of them are on rehab. I have them in water. I'm trying to. Literally on like ER. They're the ICU trying to bring them back, and they've the thing about it is DHL Express. Something happened because Green Spaces ID, once it shipped from their location from Singapore, I think Indonesia. I don't know which city. It just did it type. I think it left in 2 days. It left there and got to the U.S. in like 2 days. But Well, long story short, I was supposed to get it on January 12th. I was supposed to get my plants on January 12th, my birthday. My birthday is on January 12th. And I was going to get these plants. So it would have made my birthday like the best day. Well, it was one of the best days ever because I just, nothing compared to just being around my family and being able to enjoy the time that I'm having. So it wasn't a bad time, but it just would have put some icing on the cake. But I was supposed to get them on the 12th. I wind up getting the plants on the, what did I say, 3 days ago? Yeah, I got the plants on January 27th, so I was supposed to get them on the 12th, and I wind up getting them on the 27th. And I'm gonna pull up I want to pull up the tracking that I had for the plant. You're gonna see what happened, like how it was moving. Well, I'm sorry. It took 7 days. Wait, shipment accepted. It was from Badung, Indonesia, on the 2nd, and then it processed, and then it left Badung, Indonesia, on the 7th. Then it arrived in Singapore. Then the shipment was on hold from the 8th to the 10th, and then from the process from Singapore, it arrived in New York City on the 14th. And I guess everything. I guess there was a lot of information that was not like accurate because it was estimated, and it did tell you it was estimated. Um, so yeah, it arrives in New York on the 14th. It says shipment on hold. Process clearance New York City on the 16th. Clearance event on the 17th. Custom status 18. Clearance event custom status on the 20th. Then there was another 20. Then like Wednesday, the 21st, clearance event custom status updated. Clearance event custom status updated. Then on the Friday, the 25th, January 15th, clearance event 26 payment is received and recorded, related to shipment fees. Now they called me, saying that I needed to pay $49 for something. I forgot what it was, but it was DHL. Luckily, I picked up the phone. If I wouldn't have picked up the phone, I would have had to call. Maybe I don't know if they would have kept calling me back, but I had to pay something, and that was one thing that was curious to me because I never had to pay. Like I only paid the seller, the shipping, and that was it. I didn't have to pay DHL or anything, so I had to pay DHL something. So I'm curious about that. So if you know what that $49 was that I paid, let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate that. But next, let me keep going. That was the 26th when they recorded the payment. Custom status, the 27th. Processed in New York. Still on process in New York. 29th in New York. The 30th arrived in Philadelphia. Well, matter of fact, this is all one day. I'm sorry. I It left Jakarta, Indonesia on Thursday. Got to Singapore on Friday. Got to New York City on Saturday, the 9th. Then it was in New York on the 12th. So it was here. It was in the U.S. on the 12th. I totally read that wrong. Um, Custom status on the 13th. Custom status, the clearance event on the 14th. Clearance event on the 15th. Saturday, January 16th, payment was received, and that's when that payment of $69 that I was talking about. Oof, I'm sorry I went through all that, but thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Friday, the 22nd, it arrived in Philadelphia. And I was thinking it went to Philadelphia and back to New York. No, it stayed in Philadelphia. It was just being held in New York since the 22nd. Oh, no, it did. There was something on the 26th, on Friday the 15th. It was in New York City. Then Saturday they said something about location payment was received. So I guess the location, the I paid the West Atlantic City DHL something for some reason, and then but that was that location in West Philadelphia because I thought it actually went to Philly and then went back to New York. For some reason, that was on the tracking detail when I was watching it that day. But I think it was in New York City at the time. Because right after that, it says New York City on January 17th. Then on January 21st, and we're skipping some days, it's still in New York City from the 17th to the 21st. Then from the 21st to the 22nd, it's in New York. It goes from New York City to West Philadelphia. Then from the 22nd it's to the 25th, it's still in Philly, West Philadelphia. And then from the 25th, it's in West Philadelphia. And then on the 27th, it arrives on my house, at my house, when I'm not home. And then, like, I'm calling every day. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the package. I'm getting names. I'm just saying, all right, I talked to you at this time. I want to try to see if I can get something clear because they were always telling me something may be going on with customs. So I think that they're quarantining the plant somehow, some way with USDA. I know they inspect what's in the box. That's understandable. I'm just trying to see what the process was. And I will tell you that actually you can go to the customs site, or the U.S. customs site, or the U.S. Border Patrol, and or the USDA site, and they will tell you what they do to the plants to prevent COVID from getting into the U.S. from other countries, which is totally understandable. But like I said, but another. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. But when I was saying that they arrived on the 22nd, the 27th, when the plants arrived on the 27th, my fiance opens the box, and I'm FaceTiming her while I'm at work on break. While I'm at work on break. um, and she's opening up the box. Now, stupid me says, open up the box. Let me see what's in there. Um, this is hindsight 2020. You know what I mean? Um, she opens up the box. She shows me the plants. Some are good, some are bad, but she's going through the plants. And then I noticed that she goes like this. Kendall, what are you doing? You just standing there? Go. So I noticed she's going like this. Then she was got to go like this. And then I said, babe, stop. Wash your hands. You don't know what's on them plants. And go wash your hands right away. I think she did touch her eye, and that's what the problem was. She touched her eye, and then when I get home from work, she's talking about her eye is swollen. And I'm like, what? She says, yeah, my eye is swollen. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm thinking of, like, what? Like, what's going on? Is she gonna stop breathing? How is her body gonna react to whatever that they sprayed on those plants? And I was like, damn, I should have told her to put on some gloves. We got tons of gloves in the house. We got tons of soap and water, and I'm like, man, I didn't even tell her. So and she wouldn't have known better because she don't know. Like, so I'm like feeling like a total like I'm mad that I got the plants so late. And then I'm mad that like when she was showing me the plants, she was showing me every one of them. And then I seen like a couple of my alocasias that we got died, mush, they're straight up mush. And one plant I don't even know what it is. It's just like a, it's just like a I don't know what the hell it is, bro. Um, but I said I'm not going to contact green spaces. I'm at this point. I have the thrill is gone with ordering plants online from like overseas. Man, it just it's too much. It's too much, and like the thing that like the icing on the cake is actually that like today it's the 27th, and well she's I got the plants on the 27th. It's the 31st, and she's still having like allergic reactions. Like her skin is it's like bumpy, and I'm like, man. And she's showing it on her let me show you. She's showing it on her Instagram for follow because she's a makeup artist. Look. Let me see if you can see that. See that? She's just looking at her face. Horrible, bro. Look. And this is her eye. And it's the second day. And then right after her, it's like not dude with his Monster Tie constellation. And he has man, Adam, you're awesome if you're watching. But and what's up? What's up, man? Um, but yeah, I feel like a bum. I feel like this is one for the books. We did read the USDA site and just to see what's on it, and we she's using like she's taking um, what's the antibiotic stuff, the stuff to make you stop itching. I forgot the name, it escapes me, and she's taking Benadryl. But it sucks, man. And then I got dead plants. I have some. I have the one that really sticks out to me is my Dark Lord. I'm so happy I got a Dark Lord now. I was looking for one. I was about to have a deal with one, but somehow it didn't go through, and it just I didn't know what was going on, so I didn't push anything. So I'm happy I have one now. But it's just like man, we got like we I didn't even count how many plants I got. I divvied them up with my pal, my business partner, and we went over. He went over it, and I just said, man, whatever, man. Let me know whatever you want to keep, and we'll take it up. We'll make something happen. Um, but I just am glad that she's still alive, and there's nothing that's toxic that they sprayed on the leaves. It's crazy. So when I got home, I just used like plastic gloves. I did a live to unbox it, and I was talking about it, but I did. Um, I think I spoke about her getting like that allergic reaction to whatever was on the box because she said the box felt moist. like the toilet paper that the roots are wrapped up in. They were always moist, but I was using gloves. But I mean, if you do, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't regret making the purchase. I'm not even going to talk about how much it was. I think it was not even going to talk about it. It's not important. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You know what I mean? And plants have taught me so much about like handling things on my end financially. It's just about planting seeds. It's like plants in general. It's like uh, planting seeds. If you don't put it in the ground, almost like investing. So if you wait to invest, um, or if you invest and you don't know what dirt to put your seed in, you could put it in some clay and it could be strangled. You could put it in a desert and it could dry up, or you could find some fertile ground with like perfect conditions, and that's what plants have like really in books too. I want to say like The Richest Man in Babylon. I love that book. I tell everybody that I know to read it. It's like that. I'm a big science fiction. I like my favorite. One of my favorite movies is like The Gladiator. I love like those times like AD, BC or BC type times. Um, like I said, Gladiator was my one of my favorite movies. I even like when it came out and when people were making emails. I my name I used Gladiator as a well, I still do use it. I still do use Gladiator. It's one of the names for my Wi-Fi. But I had it as an email address, and I remember I lost the job because it was like Gladiator or something something something, and the guy asked me. He says your emails, and that was like the last question. I thought everything was going good, and then the last question they asked was like, Gladiator. What's Gladiator about? Like, why is your email? And he said it slick. He's like, let me ask you real quick. It was two guys I was interviewing me, and he was like, let me ask you a quick. What's your email address about? Gladiator. What's that about? Do you feel like you're in a fight for your life? And he just said it like condescending, and I said, oh boy. And then I was like, nah, man, I just love that movie. And but yeah, it was unprofessional. Um, so I totally understood why he probably didn't hire me. But it's probably all good, when another door closes, uh, one opens. But that's what I want to talk about, guys. Like, I'm getting better. We're making mistakes. That's the whole thing about growing, man. I mean, a lot of people talk about things that they know is working, um, but I love to talk about my passion for plants, and then it's almost inspiring to give you like the realness to be talking about like my mistakes and my blunders, and you know my girl's alive. I'm like, man, what if something would have happened to her and she caught a bad reaction? And it's just stuff to think about. But I don't know. It's just it's the plant game. You gotta love this. You gotta charge it to the game. It's about the plant game. But the plant community is great. A lot of people have been asking me and having problems um, with overseas, and I just say it's make sure you get your seller protection, PayPal, and if you have to escalate it, don't. If you have an issue, if you have an issue, uh, PayPal, escalate it, because that's how you get stuff done. Like I said, I got a few dead plants, but I'm not gonna like stress green spaces about it. I was gonna see what was gonna happen with DHL, but I'm not even gonna create that type of energy. I'm just like okay, I got what I got. I mean, it is what it is. We got, at least we got something. So, and I'm able to make this video, which is content. So, you know, something's going to happen for it. I planted a seed. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you watching me. Thanks for staying this long. I know this was a little lengthy, but it's a Sunday night, and I feel like, I got a quiet set. I'm trying to take advantage of this time, even though now it's probably like it's 1:58 in the morning. But probably where you're reading this now, it's not going to be. But this is when I'm filming it. I'm just telling you about it. But I'm gonna end it at that, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Um, I'll keep you updated on my plants, and keep growing.